François-Philippe Champagne announced a
Beautiful.
ban on consumer hacking devices, including the Flipper Zero, in response to concerns over car theft. The ban is likely in response to recent online videos purporting to show cars being stolen using flippers and similar devices. However, it's worth noting that these videos are often staged to get views.
Yeah.
According to the maker of the Flipper Zero, the device can't be used to hijack cars produced after the 1990s because their security systems have rolling codes that can only be used once. A wannabe thief would not only need to be close enough to the fob to capture the code, they would also have to block the code from reaching the car because it would immediately expire. The Flipper Zero lacks the hardware capacity to block such a signal. Notoriously, young car thieves, known as the Kia Boys, were able to steal cars using information found in viral videos because some US manufacturers didn't install standard anti-theft immobilization devices, and thus their cars could be started with a USB cord or a screwdriver, but that is nothing to do with the Flipper Zero.
Yeah. Canada likes to do this. We just like ban stuff because something happened, and it's often the wrong thing. It's like if I pushed Linus and Linus was like, Dan is banned. It's like, what?
Finally. Finally.
Okay, I don't think it's quite like that.
When was I going to get canceled?
The point is that our politicians are just like your politicians.
Yeah.
Unqualified, unsupervised.
Yeah. It's basically the same everywhere.
Yep. This is our Minister of Innovation, Science, and Industry. And look, it's not like I don't understand why we might have, a discomfort with devices that market themselves as hacking devices.
Sure.
I mean, I think hacking has a pretty negative connotation. And if, Flipper wanted to not be banned, they would have been wise to stay more underground. And more, only for people in the know, but obviously they sell a lot more Flipper Zeros this way, so it's a balancing act, and clearly their notoriety has gotten too great, and someone had to do something. Please think of the children. But on the other hand, you've got to understand what you're doing when you're the Minister of Innovation, Science, and Industry. You just banned a computer.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, actually. Especially because doesn't the wording get, like, super rough, too? It's, like, electronic device with, like, wireless signals or something? Like, isn't it, like, every cell phone ever?
Like, at that point, any Android phone that you can install side-loaded apps on is a hacking device? What the f*** are you talking about?
You better not have a laptop with Linux installed. How could you?
Ban Arch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's still legal for me to have mine, but it's not legal to sell, buy, or use them. So I can no longer use my Flipper Zero.
You just have the device, put it on a shelf,
even though I could
put it in a little case.
Even though I could literally do anything that I could do with a Flipper Zero with something else.
If someone gets arrested just for having Kali Linux installed on their laptop, like, do we protest?
What I
do?
suspect is this is the kind of thing where they've made it illegal so that if the cops catch someone doing something nefarious with it, it's really quick and easy for them to take it and prosecute it. I think that there's a lot of plausible deniability in the kind of pranks that people are pulling with Flipper Zeros. You're walking past Teslas, popping open charging covers. It's like, I don't know, that could have been caused by anything, whereas now they can just take it. So I do understand the convenience, but I also think that there's a lot of potential for overreach. If I'm walking around with a Raspberry Pi plugged into a battery bank in my pocket, do they take that?
If I remember correctly, under the way that the law is written, like, they totally could. They could also just take your phone and anything else. I need to look it up.
Like, what about pen testing? Can I get a license to carry one?
Yeah, it's actually very likely that Canada in general is just going to become less secure because of this. And informed actors are always going to have a way to get the thing that they want.
Well,
So
yeah, I mean,
if
it's not freaking hard.
Yeah.
You can buy freaking cell phone jammers on AliExpress. They're just openly available.
Yeah.
They're very illegal to buy and own and blah, 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 blah. It's not like you can't get them. It's not like I can't get firecrackers in Canada. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh no, what is Jake talking about? Disclaimer, very illegal. What is he talking about? Oh, he's probably just talking about jammers. Yeah. Jake, I know. I'm going to tell them it's illegal. I know they're illegal.
Yeah.
But
they're very easy to get.
The point is, if I wanted one, if I wanted nighttime at our house to mean cell phones off, nighttime, don't use your cell phone, then I could do that. I would get a call.
It's illegal.
I mean, once I turned it off, I would get a call.
You could also make one. What are they going to do, like ban soldering irons?
My phone's like flipping hot, and my battery just died.
Whew.
Yeah.
It was doing something.
Yeah, I was doing something anyway. Whatever it was. I was probably trying to get a signal from the jammer that Dan turned on, or maybe he was using a Flipper Zero to hack my phone. I don't really know what else to say about this other than this is spectacularly stupid. It does absolutely nothing to address the problem. You need to actually find the problem. The problem is that device security is not being taken seriously enough by the companies that make them. That is the problem. If you wanted to ban
100%.
any device that doesn't support rolling codes or a certain level of encryption or whatever feature it is that we all use devices like the Flipper Zero to identify things that work versus things that are vulnerabilities. Like if you wanted to ban anything that doesn't meet a certain standard for security,
sure, yeah, I'd be totally down with that.
I get behind that
100%.
But this is like, man, I don't even know what to compare this to. It's
just dumb. It's just
like banning
100%
hammers.
Not going to solve the problem. Yeah.
It's like banning hammers because somebody used them to break into a house. Like, no, hammers have lots of legitimate uses. And the fact that someone can use it to break into a house doesn't mean that they couldn't just use a mallet next time. Like, there's no point banning the hammer.
Yeah.
We still need to drive nails. And they could just use a chainsaw. It doesn't matter. They could throw anything through a window.
Yeah. Ban rocks. No rocks allowed. Excavate the whole country.
Yeah. So anyway, I know that our poor friends in America, probably feel like punching bags. The number of times we've talked about American politicians and how spectacularly stupid they are on this show.
Oh, there's so many dumb Canadian things.
But guys, we patriotically criticize our country too. Don't worry. We are just as stupid as you.
It's just less interesting most of the time.
Yeah. EU though. Chads.
Doing good.
I mean, they do bad stuff too.
Apparently, Flipper Zero is banned in... I know they're not part of the EU anymore, but they're in Europe. Apparently, Flipper Zero is banned in the UK.
Okay, yeah, but like the UK has made one terrible decision after another for quite a period of time.
Yeah.
I mean, when was the last time that the sun didn't set on the British Empire? How's that going for you guys? And that's how wars are started.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. This is just ridiculous. Anyone that actually wants to use them for nefarious things will still be able to get or make them, no problem, even with them banned. That's been proved with things forever. Drugs, alcohol, guns, whatever you want to ban, whatever you want to modulate, however you want to do it, people that want it are still going to get it. If you were going to use this to steal a car, you were already committing Grand Theft Auto. I don't think you really care about, I happen to have electronic device law. So yeah, way to go. You're just hurting people that are curious about technology and not accomplishing anything. Do we have better news? Is there good news?
I don't know, maybe. Oh, well, not that.